Question 2, the Right Honourable Chris Hipkins.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Prime Minister, does he stand by all of his government statements and actions?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Yes, and in particular our action to break up Te Pukenga and restore regional polytechnics to local control. Because towns like Invercargill and Nelson have huge pride in their local polytechs, but under the previous Minister of Education, Chris Hipkins, they were collapsed into a single national entity. It was an expensive and wasteful mega merger, and it robbed communities of their local identity. So I want to congratulate the responsible minister for all her work to right that wrong and to put polytechnics back under local control.
Supplementary question.
Right Honourable Chris Hipkins asked his next question, can I just indicate that that level of barracking was just ridiculous, rare and reasonable, and if possible on point.
Supplementary question to the Prime Minister. How many Kiwis have left New Zealand since he became Prime Minister?
Good question. Well, just a little bit of context for the member. He'll remember through the 6 years of the GFC, the net migration of New Zealanders going to Australia was higher than it currently is. In the last year of the Labor government, it was actually 29,379, and the net migration in the first year of the new government in 2024 was 29,952.
Supplementary question. Does he consider it a success that 184,000 Kiwis, equivalent to the entire population of Hamilton, have left New Zealand under his leadership?
Well, I just encourage the member to look and use net migration. That's the standard way that we look at these things. But the reason people leave a country is because they think they can earn higher incomes somewhere else. And what this government's doing, what this government's doing is making sure that we fix the economy. Because why are they leaving? They're leaving because there was high inflation, high interest rates, the economy shrunk, and people were put out of work, and that was because of the last government.
Supplementary question. Have 184,000 people given up and left, the highest rate since National was in government last time, because his government's failed to tackle the cost of living crisis, butter now costing $10 at the supermarket, insurance going up, rates going up, power bills going up, and transport costs going up, just to name a few?
Well, if the member really cared about people struggling with the cost of living, he'd get in behind and support family boosts. He'd actually get in behind and actually support fast-track regulation. He actually would have supported tax relief for working New Zealanders. Never gave them tax relief in 14 years. Lower middle-income Kiwis deserve it after he ran up high inflation, he ran up high interest rates, he put the economy into recession.
Have 180...
Just wait.
Have 184,000 Kiwis left because the family boost policy he just mentioned has delivered $75 to just 390 out of the 21,000 families he promised were going to get it, and he still can't identify a single family with kids that's received the full $250 a fortnight he promised them during the election campaign.
There's been over 60,000 people that have actually received the family boost payment. What I think is fantastic is that, and the member should be encouraging this, to actually support Kiwis actually with the cost of living crisis that he created through economic mismanagement, that actually we are making sure we're actually getting support to working families. If the member really cared about it, he would have actually supported increasing tax thresholds for lower middle-income working New Zealanders. That was not an ideological policy. That was just basic common sense to support working New Zealanders. He doesn't care about working New Zealanders.
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker. If he's aiming to help low-income New Zealanders get ahead, why has the minimum wage in New Zealand not kept up with inflation, potentially leading to low-paid Kiwi workers going to Australia, where the minimum wage increases have at least matched inflation?
Because he doesn't care about that.
What? Just come back from recent.
Either the Leader of the Opposition wants an answer, which should be the desire of all those who support him, or he doesn't. Prime Minister.
What I'm proud about is this is a government that is tackling the cost of living through better government spending and stopping the wasteful spending that was previously happening. Inflation has gone from 7.3% down to 2.5%. Interest rates have come down, I think, 2.25%, and as a result, that's $320 on an average mortgage each fortnight back into Kiwis' pockets. We've actually made sure that rents are now stable after having increased $180 per week under his previous government. They're actually down $5 per week at this moment. That's all all good stuff, and I would hope that that member actually could get over the politics and actually say, Harris, why doesn't he just say thank you, this government, for supporting the lower middle income working New Zealanders that he purports to care about, but did nothing about it when he had his chance in government?
Supplementary question, Mr Speaker. So is his position that New Zealanders struggling with the cost of living should just be more grateful to the government that's increasing their rates, increasing their power bills, increasing their insurance, increasing their car registration, and failing to deliver them the cost of living support that they promised them during the election campaign?
Well, we're not increasing rates. Councils are increasing rates, and I'd welcome that member's support of our drive on councils, because this happens to be Local Government New Zealand week, and I'll be very interested to see whether he's encouraging those members of Labour Green mayors across the country to actually rein in profligate spending. Let's see what he says in his speech, eh?